Hello, this is Jon Worth speaking from the Vosges countryside about European Union communications with regards to coronavirus. I'm not going to talk about myths about vaccines or about corona in general, but two aspects of the European Union's communications around corona, notably the EU's vaccine procurement and the EU digital COVID pass. Those are the two issues which are perhaps of secondary importance with regard to the overall strategy of the EU dealing with coronavirus, but nevertheless the ones that have been the most interest for me as an online commentator about European Union business. I'll start first with the vaccine procurement. I was at another event not directly connected to coronavirus, and the very well-respected British journalist John Campner, just as a throwaway comment, said, well, the EU got its vaccine procurement wrong. And I took exception to that comment because it was quite interesting, essentially, that in the spring of this year, the rhetoric developed that the European Union had been too slow in procuring its vaccines. If you look at what the situation is now, where the EU 27 has an excess of vaccines and any European citizen, even 12 to 17-year-olds, can get a vaccine when they want them, that to me is an enormous success. But it's lodged in people's minds that the British or the Americans somehow got there first, despite the fact that in the end, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, the important point in communications was that even at the time when this looked like it was going badly for the European Union in the spring, there was no communication from the European Union to people to essentially say, stick with it, we have this under control and all will turn out to be fine. There were politicians, particularly Ursula von der Leyen and even to a certain extent Thierry Breton, who kind of contributed to that kind of panic narrative that happened in the springtime of this year. Now, some people who'd researched this issue, myself among them, had realised the European Union situation wasn't half as bad as the numbers at that time actually looked. And we've turned out to actually be correct medium term looking at the numbers. So I think the European Commission could have done a lot more at that stage to reach people who were online influencers to get that message out. Bear with us, there will be an adequate vaccine supply, we have all of this under control. The second issue is the EU's digital COVID pass. That's a tremendous system which allows people, wherever they're vaccinated within the European Union or in even other non-EU countries like Switzerland, Ukraine or North Macedonia, to be able to travel and to prove their vaccine status. Now, in comparison, countries such as the United States or the UK haven't got those sorts of systems for their own populations, anything like as well organised as the European Union itself has done. It's an enormous success, but it's not portrayed and communicated as such. So in those two situations, the actual reality has been better than the way the European Commission has managed to communicate it.